The demand for 2 to 3 years rent advance has pushed Gustav Kessie to the edge of eviction every single day in a single overcrowded room at Kokomba, one of Accra's most neglected slums. The 28-year-old delivery rider stretches every city to just keep a roof over his head and that of his family. Kenneth Jesse has more in our Habitat series.
Gustav Kessie is a senior high school graduate who left Bando for Accra as a teenager in search of a better life. Now 28, he's a husband, father of 3, and a delivery rider, trying to make something out of life from within the slums of Kokomba. For the past 12 years, this cramped room, barely large enough for a mattress, ceiling fan and a few personal belongings, has been home to Gustav and his growing family.
The issue about Bando is there's no income there, there's no way that I can do because normally my food is delivery, that's what I do, so that's what I know how to do best. And back at Bando there's nothing you can do like that, unless maybe farming or something like that. Yeah, I've been here for 12 years. Yeah, I stay with my wife and 3 kids.
So all the kids were born in this room?
Yeah, I think two was born. Yeah.
He pays 320 Ghana cedis a month, collected in weekly installments of 80 cedis, for this narrow wooden single room in a crowded compound. 17 other tenants live upstairs, with as many living downstairs. Rent collection here is strict. Miss just a week's payment and you risk being thrown out.
Yeah, I pay rent.
How much?
80 cedis a week. Everybody pays. Yeah, I think we have about 18 on one line, 18 behind. The biggest challenge living here is the pressure in paying the rent. Because if you default for a week, they have to come and lock your place. And if you default for 2 weeks, by the time you come, they'll just pack your things out. Initially, when I came here and I was new, by the time when I default for maybe a week or 2, by the time I come, they lock my place. They have to send my wife and kids out. When I come back, either I send them money or I come back and talk to the landlord before he opens and allow them in.
When was the last time such a thing happened?
I think it was maybe last year, September.
The place is untidy, noisy, and above all, unsafe.
Sometimes the smoke flow, they normally send fire down there, so the smoke comes in. Normally we have some insects here, but the guy has to defumigate the place. That's why it's like we are not witnessing that, and the place is not tidy.
Gustav has tried many times to move his family out, but landlords demanding 2 to 3 years rent in advance have priced him out of a better home. His motorbike, acquired through a work and pay arrangement, brings in just enough for him to save about 700 cedis a month, still far short of what is needed to afford a new place.
Let's assume you are making the 200 cedis, but you can't save all the 200 cedis. The expenses and all that you do daily, you should just be saving 50 Ghana, so maybe at a month. If I could save, then maybe that's 700 so I can save a month. Because when I try renting and they said, for the least I can get is 200 cedis, and he is taking 3 years, where am I going to get that money from? So it made me lose hope, and I felt comfortable at a point here, because there's no way I'm going to get that money. So I felt comfortable, thinking maybe if I work, I can be paying the 80 cedis a week. I think I can be doing that. That was why I think I'll be here, but I think now I have to move.
Despite working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, what he earns barely feeds his family, let alone helps him save the thousands of cedis required for rent advance. He partly blames the rent system for failing people like him.
Yeah, I work every day, excluding Sundays. Sundays I go one and I go off the following one. Normally I have to go 8:30 and I close at 8 p.m. Yeah, I go at 8 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. It has fed a whole lot of youths, not only me, it has fed a whole lot of youths. Let's assume someone is working and earning 1,500. How do you expect the person to get 500 cedis a month for 2 years or 3 years? You can't get that money to pay the rent. So at least what you can do is maybe afford a slum or maybe a wooden structure at some point and manage or not complete it, then manage that. Boss, I'm really tired. I'm really tired. I'm really tired of staying here. I'm really tired of staying here. Because of that, my friends don't come here. Because the last time I even spoke to a friend and he was saying like, oh, even where you stay, you can't come and visit you. So maybe when I'm home, that's why I go to visit my friends. But they can't come to me.